Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, my neighbors. Welcome to another. Actually, I forgot to turn on my lights. Let's get these lights on so I can get proper lighting. I just switched everything up. I'm around my desk. There we go. We got one good one. Let's get the ambient light going. All right. There we go. That looks 10 times better. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode. Get rich and fit trying. Go ahead and share with your friends and family. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and the bell button. It kind of lets everybody know what's going on. On my screen, I have over. Is it there? Yeah, right there. Is DoorDash, and I'm looking at this one. If it holds above that inch, I might be able to take something there. But I will be going into more details and more ways than one on a whole bunch of other things as well. Let me make sure that the Zoom folks can see my screen as they come in. Boom, boom, and boom. All right, perfecto. So what are we going to be doing today? Of course, we're going to be going with NQ and seeing what they have for us over here. Let's come over to the 15-minute. Actually, let me go ahead and fix all of this. I was looking at some levels and testing a theory, and yeah, might work out, maybe. And actually, let me grab this and do it a little differently. Let's do this, let's do that, let's do this, and then boom, and then we're going to lock it away. Just happened. How come you snuck away? You're supposed to be in there with them. There we go. All of them gone. Alright, so if you haven't been on this channel before, what I like to do is do the opening range breakout. And opening range breakout is a very, very fun technique in itself. The market tends to do these factors where the market just kind of like picks a side. Let me grab that, bring this down. Picks a side, and when they pick that side actually ends up being the decision for the market in the direction that they go. Um, and you're going to see in between a lot of this, I'm probably going to go into quiet mode trying to plan out a trade. My goal is to kind of get y'all set up for a trade, getting prepared for come learn 25. That's going to be very, very fun. I'm looking for the quad witching to be completely over, so we'll probably get that started next week. So don't forget to hit that bell notification when I come on, because I'm going to try to make $25 per day each day, and help y'all get that too and guide y'all along the way. Anyways, let's go ahead and look at the big screen and kind of see what's going on over there. And let me go ahead and close off OEOS. That's interesting. What did it got rid of my OEOS? Oh, there it is. All right, perfect. So to make sure everything's working. All right, that looks good. That looks good. All righty. That's interesting. What is that little boxy looking thing? Let's see. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. There we go. That looks a lot better. Alrighty. So we got the opening range already set for the London session and the Asian session, and they're kind of using that as support coming through here. I got some extra lines here, do I? Seems like I do. What are you? And what are you? Oh, you're you. Actually, this is from yesterday. So let's get rid of these. I'll start that over. Let's see if we can find some interesting points of interest. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. they're probably going to try to fill this 4-hour fair value gap. That might be what they're on. 2-hour fair value gap. Yeah, that was an old level when we broke through. I'm kind of doing this. Maybe I'll stick with the 4-hour. Especially the fact that we're coming through that 3,500 level. Mm-hmm. 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 All right, let me get another chart here. Let's bring this one down here. Mm-hmm. Very interesting move that we're coming back in here, but this was a very bullish range here. So I think they're going to try to sweep all of the liquidity through here. I wonder what they're going to do when we get up here into that stranger area right there. We may get a bit of a push back to the downside from there. We got like about 4 minutes until the market opens. As the market is trying to decide what they want to do. I'm not gonna lie, I did think about taking some trades inside of here. Let me come over real quick and see something. Okay. I wonder if I can do this. See if I can. Yeah, no, I can't. Let's see if I can do this. I'm gonna try something. That made things interesting. That way I don't have to inundate y'all with a whole bunch of lines. Goal is to try to keep this chart as clean as possible so y'all can understand and see. Alright. Let's go find some key levels. Swept sell side liquidity. Oh, okay. So I got it locked. And that I was looking at that at 7:45. What time is it? How much? 45 seconds. I was looking at that around that 365. I thought it was gonna reverse there. And I got wrapped up on something else. That was a nice little clean reversal around there. $16 seconds till the market opens. Let's unlock this. And we're off. Oh, do I have two thicker swims open? Oh, not two thickers, two problem hoods open. Alright, that's you. I need you, I need you, and I need you. Okay, so that's fine. Don't need you, don't need you. Yeah, we got quite a bit of stuff open over here. And I don't need you, I don't need you. Don't need you, but I need to check my FX book. My FX book. Let's see if there's anything coming into the news today. Because we got a whole bunch of junk. Jobless claims came in and it was bearish for the dollar. Shocker. Okay. And everything's bearish for the dollar, which is what they want to kind of see with the new Fed in chief. That's going to make things very interesting. Mortgage rates and some other stuff is there with Fed balance sheet, but that's a whole nother conversation. And of course, Friday is Juneteenth, so no news is going to be released during that time. And then we got Monday, which they're probably going to play catch up. No, they will not. So Tuesday, what do we have? We have Richmond. Okay. Wednesday is oil inventory with building permits. Again, nothing burger. Ooh, core PCE with a new Fed chief. Initial jobless claims. Retail sales, GDP. Oof. Quite a bit of durable goods. Quite a few things are coming into play. Okay. Give me 1 second. Incoming call. Okay. I'll talk to wifey in a little bit. Actually, you know what? Let me send her this. Is probably the best way. That way she knows that I am busy. Okay. Alright, let's get rid of all this noise. Let me make sure I don't have any other Robin Hoods hanging around. Don't need that. Don't need that. Oof. Clean up your tabs, folks. I got a whole bunch of tabs open. Alright, that gotta go, that gotta go. Alright, cool. So now I'm ready. Now I'm really ready. Alright, let's go ahead and get this opening range set up. So we got a nice little opening range set up right here. Try to line all this up. Looking good for a beat. See if I see any key levels. I think they want to kind of drop it down. I would short it at 35.41, which I may go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go light. Let's take a shot here. Let's see what happens. deep. It's almost to my level that I want. That's 400. I have to take 300 at the very least. All right, taking the 300. Boom. That's a good scalp. Probably could go lower, but I'm gonna leave it for everybody else. Y'all welcome. Christmas gifts in July. Ooh, I just realized my camera's kind of blocking my levels. Let's bring that back down a little bit. All right, so why did I do a quick scalp on that one? We're still in the bull range, and they could buy it up and reverse on me at any given point. So I was trailing it mentally and accepting whatever the market presents in front of me. I won't be surprised that there'll be a reversal right here. Previous resistance turn into support, and this could be a sweep of liquidity to get that. Alright, so some alerts just came in. What was that? IWM, SPY, NQ, NVIDIA, Amazi. That one's going to be more long-term holds. A few things. We'll come back to that. Alright, we're about to get to that London high. Maybe they're going to sweep it back into there. We got a fair value gap right here in this there. Ooh, looks like they're printing through the fair value gap. I did not expect that. They got that. So we had a very interesting bounce. Guess they're looking for something more. Yeah, probably could come down to 428. I'm really waiting for 10 o'clock to really take my real moves. 428.75. That's probably what they're looking for. All right, we got that 428 and then some. Oh, I did not expect. I really thought since we closed in here, well, we closed in here 1, 2, 3 times on the 15-minute, that we could have easily just continued to that upside. But they are really getting a lot of the buy side liquidity. Looks like they had quite a bit of paper hands over there. All right, so we're getting that bounce here. We're in the London Stranger Danger. If you don't know, Stranger Danger is an area that it tends to bounce quite frequently, because that is where equilibrium is, and it looks like they're using that as a base. You see how it kind of like spiked through. Let me come down to a 1 minute so I can kind of see what's happening here. See, we had a flat. We should get continuation, but there's a massive buy to dip moment there, and they're protecting something probably over here ish. That's fine. Come back to a 15-minute. We got 6 minutes. This thing can turn into a very super long wick and close right back in here, taking out the sell side liquidity. Remember, today is technically the last trading day for options. Okay, so treat today like a Friday. Could be people closing off their position, trying to surprise everybody. I feel like something in my contact. See if we can find ourselves an interesting trade. And I wonder what NVIDIA is doing. Maybe NVIDIA is coming down and it's putting a lot of weight on the market. I want to see what this is. Let's take a peek. Oh, Pinky Badass just kicked in. I'm going to go ahead and check that out over on Tesla. I want to say that's the 30-minute. Let's see. Sure, I have that. Yeah, 30-minute sell position after a good pop-up. So that might be done with the buy. Oh. And we're switching over. Oh, it's still sell. Okay. Wonder if they're taking profit or if they get hit with their stop loss. We'll check a look in that. looking at Nvidia, part of it was that drop, but it looks like they're rebalancing, and the Qs is reflecting that as well. Mm, this trend needs to hold, but if we take pre-market high, also there's our pre-market high right here, and they got real close to the low. We gotta hold 206 for this to take it very seriously. But I think this massive block right here is going to scare any bulls. They're like, wait, I'm only going to get a marginal profit. So that probably is going to relatively scare them out. Let's get back over to NQ. I'm thinking about shorting again right here. I'm going to take a short here. Let's see what they give us. Shallow. Yeah, I don't like that. Let's take that $60 loss. I was looking for them to break a level, but it's almost like they're treating here as a base. Let me come to the 1 minute so you can see what I'm talking about. And shout out to those that use Keltner channel. Here is the Keltner channel. We're outside of it, so that's probably the reason why. But if they were going to peel the banana back a little bit, we would have went ahead and pushed past there. So I'm just going to step out of the way and let it do what it do. That's how I operate. Coming back to the order block. How much time we have? 9:41. So 3 more minutes until we got ourselves a new candle. Looks like a strong rejection over there. Partly wanted to do that strong rejection, but there's a couple of targets that I'm very curious about if we can actually hold on to it. Yeah. Volume's not great here. I'm watching out for the level of 467. See if that thing can continue to be a bearish range, because if we come back above it, they may sweep the liquidity, and it looks like they are sweeping that liquidity. We're coming above 67. Probably could be a good spot for us to go ahead and push to the upside here. Yeah, they're toying with it. Let's see what they could be looking for here. They could be going for 35.41. Of course, 30,500 is going to be key as well, because that's a strong psych level. May take another shot at this short. No, I think, yeah. May, not anymore. Not after that. All right, let's go back up to the 15-minute. Come up for some oxygen. All right, so the Keltner channel is looking like that. All right, let's shut this down. For EMA lovers, here's your EMAs. 513 crossover. Looked like it's trying to cross to the downside, but we got a golden cross on this 15 minutes. So that's probably why we're making so many bounces. But this rejection to come out of the order block is not a good sign. I do believe that order blocks are places where both buyers and sellers exist, and they're trying their best to hold that up. So we may get a 513 cross to the downside here on the 15-minute, and it might cascade over. All right, they've swept both the buy and the sell side liquidity here. Not a fan of this price action right now, because when you start to see they're going after both sides of stop losses and everything. Actually, you know what? I think about it. Let me add this and just kind of squeeze it this way. That would kind of keep my chart away from my camera. Look at that. Look at that. That's that block being a block. All right, let's adjust. We got 27 seconds. So that consideration of a short was there, but I guess they went ahead and pushed it right back inside of the block to get some new friends and then push it out. That's okay. We'll live to fight another day. We don't have to get every W. We just gotta get the W. All right, so we're breaking that 400 psychological level. Let's see if they use that support coming into the new candle in the 15-minute. All right, they're teasing that right now. All right. All right, we retested it. If they can't get back inside of that, that is our block. And I am thinking about it. I want to short it. I want to short it. I'm shorted. Let's see what happens. Maybe trouble. Just to let y'all know. So I'm risking that $300. They're building the base right here. Come on, break down. Come on. Don't be disrespectful. Yep. I'm out of it. They're really trying to buy that dip there. That's okay. They're really holding this up. It may chop up for quite a bit. Finally broke that support. That's the support I was looking for on the break. Taking another shot here. See if this is going to hold this time. Nope, doesn't look like it's going to hold this time. Yeah, not going to hold. Let's see if I spot to get out of here. 120. I think 120. Oh, 120 was good enough. 110. All right, so what do they want for them to consolidate here? Because it looked like we was just using this as a rejection point, so this should have confirmed that and then come down, but it's not giving us that, so that's fine. Maybe they're waiting for 10 o'clock and they're still building a position for the upside now, so let's not get ourselves completely chopped up. Little FYI, I am still up. I was up this morning and I'm just risking some of my profits. So technically from this morning I'm down $200 from the push-up that we had. I'm down, I think I got to like $1,000 already. Try to see if I can get two before I get into the chaos of the morning. coming back into that range again. All right, let's see if we get a rejection somewhere around here. All right, no rejection. So they basically use the London high as a good key support. Massive sell-off there. I think the response for Stranger Danger is what created that move down. All right, so we made a higher high here. There's some fair value gaps that I'm keying off on. That 1 minute's put one in, and they're trying to get back through it. That would bring us back into this area right here. Yeah, just taking quick scalps here because I know the volume is going to be all over the place here, but would love to take another shot at this short, but we're sitting on top of this order block right here. The risk to reward is not great. I would short it right about there-ish. I want to leave it alone. The other two attempts I did has cost me probably about maybe $600 as they continue to buy the dip. And it could be because the US dollar. Now that I think about it, we did have news that was bearish for the dollar. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, massive wick on top here, but the dollar broke structure for the first time since April. March, April. Oh, and there's a little bit of a kick here. There might be momentum to bring us up into the. Can the dollar really hold the 100 level strong? We've tried more times than not. Here it is. And this thing has struggled. Struggled there. Struggled there. Struggled there. This is what kind of created the May 2025 rally. This was your November recovery after October. And in January 2026, we kind of pushed down. And in April, March, that's when we kind of did this. And that's how we kind of pushed on up. Look where we are. That can make things very interesting. Look what they did. They take that bullish momentum. They're trying to make another push here. There goes that level I was just telling y'all about. Let me come back over to NQ. Yep, that's that fair value gap what they're trying to get to. We'll complete the circuit right there. That's what I was afraid of. It's a buy zone here. There's a break and retest and we can fall again. I think we covered way too much here from that fair value gap. I feel like we could push right on up. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm hesitant on trying to take another short here. All right, that's the psychological 500. So that will be your break, retest, and maybe pushes up. A lot of selling pressure. Guess that probably was the better place. But they didn't fill it. They left a little bit on that fair value gap. They just took out the buy side liquidity on that side. That might have been it. Didn't think it would get this far. Good selling pressure for downside if you're a bear. Alright, buyers try to step in there. I think I'm better off waiting for 10 o'clock if I get caught in the wash. So yeah, we'll probably wrap this at 10:15. Because I can tell you this, I'm seeing some fun stuff in itself, but I'm also seeing that the market is trying to toy with people. That could have been a nice little break retest into that block. Now we're back to London. And try to catch the knives here. I'm going to take a very, very tiny position on a put here because of what they just did with that London. Let me see if I can find something that's good price. Is the Ivy off the chain or is it something decent? Because you're making me think you can continue this downside. Let's come to the 5 minute. I want to make sure I'm reading this cleanly. Alright, let's come back to the 1 minute. I'm going to put the Kelton channel on. Alright. What up, Neo? I'm good, I'm good. Looks like they're going to beat up this order block. I felt like it was going to kind of hold them up, but looks like it can't. But 10 o'clock is right around the corner, so I want to watch that. Yeah, yeah. I'm treating this just like a normal Friday, yes. Gonna take it short. Come on, give me my smoke. There we go. Break the level. Oh my God, they're just playing around with it. Break the level. Oh, they're holding it again. Come on. All right. I don't like what it's doing. If it was gonna break the level, it should have just broke the level. Yeah, I know. Volume kind of dropped off as well when it got to that point. I was expecting it to just break the level, then follow through with some strength, and I didn't get that. So I think I'm gonna lock up the futures for right now. I might wait till. Let's see. Lock it up for 15. We'll be back at it again. Because I want to make sure my drawdown is locked in. Alright, they're doing one last push. Mm-hmm. Carry for over the weekend. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Mm-hmm. All right, so it's 10 o'clock. Let's see what the 10 o'clock candle does to this area here. Nope, don't like that price action. You sound like you're about to be at the edge of road rage. All right, so they're taking another shot to see if they can sweep the liquidity up here on all the sell side. And they may win this battle. NQ for possible downside because this is a block that I marked off on the 2 hour. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, but the bottom of the order block is around the psychological level of 500. So I was trying to see, will we use that confluence to kind of really put some pressure on any of these bulls that's thinking that it's nice up here. And they're not scared. They're buying up the dips. And then we got the remaining of the 1 minute fair value gap, which is the internal structure. This little bit right here. And then now we have this little bit right there that they're almost like leaving alone. And they're going to try to attempt to get back up there. Oh, let me check on DoorDash for a few seconds, and then we'll come back to this. Almost to my entry. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. That is true. Okay. Mm-hmm. How you ordering DoorDash but you behind? Yes, of course. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Every day. Every day. So DoorDash is not gonna go nowhere. Uber Eats is not gonna go nowhere. Instacart not gonna go nowhere. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. People don't have cars. They lost their cars because their insurance prices are too high. And that is part of the problem. Yes, correct. Oh, NQ came back for it. Let's go check out NQ real quick. It's starting to break out like we're gonna make an M. I mean a W. The selling pressure is really trying to sell inside of this range. Yeah, I've been trying to, but I might be switching sides. I might be going to the upside now. Oh, I forgot. I locked myself out. I gotta wait 15 minutes. Yeah, I told myself give myself 15 minutes. Yep, there it goes. There it goes. They got the fair value gap. New buyers are also stepping in. That's what it looks like. They're really trying to get that opening range. I forgot I locked myself out. I think we got ourselves some momentum though. Just a smidge. I need to give me some levels. Levels that is going to respond to right now. It looks like that 500 level was the entry itself. I really thought they were going to go ahead and really put some pressure on it. And even with this wick, I didn't think we are going to get back to this high. But we didn't get this low here. So they really are holding this bad boy up. I got 6 more minutes. Mm-hmm. You said 4 minute? 5 minute. Okay. You talking about this doji here? Yeah, because inside of here is a fist fight. But here's the fun part about it. You need confirmation that they're going to stay bullish. You're just now getting that. So now all of this is your support. So now where could they be targeting? They're targeting probably the fair value gap here. So in 20 seconds, you're going to get confirmation. So if you want to light nibble and they add accordingly, like I don't know how you'll enter into trades, it won't be a bad idea. But again, you got to be relative to the stop loss. You won't want to have your stop loss all the way down here. You would probably pick like something in between here, maybe even back to here for the 1-to-1 ratio, or wait for a pullback. It just all depends on how you want to do it. But this is now confirming that this is a bullish order block. I probably would have got in because, for example, we already closed above here before, and this was an order block here, right? So they're saying no, we're not going to let you get any lower than here. And then when this came, that was the first confirmation of that, and then this was to confirm that they can close above here anyways. But as it's coming through here, you can almost anticipate they're going to re-attack the wick here, and that's exactly what they did. And then they got the rest of this fair value gap first. You see how it's rejected right now? So now they're trying to get more people to help because they want to go after that fair value gap. So this could be a pullback right back into it. Let's see. I don't have no real targets, but let's just say this thing gives you a reversal somewhere around here. That could be your entry so you can play right on back to the upside. It just depends if it shows itself. And then what could be the target? This fair value gap up here. I think it's going to go back down, but they keep buying the dip. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It was up like 15% on that bounce. And then they hit it across the face real quick. Let's see if they sweep this side. They did. Let's see if they sweep it again. Because we're in the middle of a fist fight now. Oh, after I'm done with this YouTube, we'll sprinkle over to the dividend side. I got some theories around there, and maybe even pick Neil's brain at the same time. All right, let's see if we can break 563. I don't know, Neil. They keep sweeping that sell side liquidity. I'm back over there, NQ. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They are building a top position. I said they're gonna sell this all the way back off. All right, we're getting a little bit of a green, red, green. Let's see if we can actually explode to this top side. Like I said, this is a buy zone in more ways than one. See if we can get above. I think what they want to try to get is that opening range. See if they can get to that bullish line. Might get it here. You gotta get above this high right here. It does. It does. I'm at 20%. Oh, come on. Don't just take it away from me like that. There we go. I just want you to tap that opening range line. I have to take the 20% no matter what. I had to take the 20%. I had to get out of there. Got my 20%. Oh, I'm finally unlocked on my futures. All right, on that note, let me go ahead and let YouTube get out of here. Like I said, it's a weird day. I'm gonna tell you this right now. It's like a Friday. You're gonna get a lot of this choppy back and forth and all that stuff. Do not do anything relatively reckless. Could we had held that all the way through? Yeah, possibly or whatever. But the goal is to lock in 20% each and every day, and I am happy with my profits after I had a little bit of a bad entry. And then I guess we'll catch up on Monday, folks. Enjoy, share it to friends and family. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and the bell button. Later, y'all.